What if I told you that winning isn't about following the rules, it's about finding the spaces in between them? Today, we're diving into 3 true stories of genius so audacious, it forced the world to change, and got them banned for being too smart. We're all told to think outside the box, but what if the box itself is the key? What if you could twist its meaning, exploit its language, and bend it to your will? This isn't just about cars. This is a masterclass in creativity that applies to your career, your finances, and your life. We're looking at a car that pretended to be a motorcycle, a driver who became a secret weapon, and an engine that screamed its way to victory on its very last chance. First up, the Ariel Atom. It's basically a rocket with seats. It has no airbags, no bumpers, no car. In the eyes of us federal law, it was so unsafe for public roads it was designated off-road use only. End of story, right? Wrong, the geniuses behind it didn't change the car. They changed its identity. See, federal laws for cars are a nightmare, but the rules for motorcycles, they're way more relaxed. So owners started rolling up to their local DMVs with this 4-wheeled monster with a straight face, got it registered as a motorcycle or an autocycle. Think about how absurd that is. It was a loophole of pure definition. By reclassifying their vehicle, they bypassed a mountain of red tape. This is the ultimate lesson in creative problem solving. If you can't meet the requirements of one category, find a different category to exist in. The system didn't know what to do with it, and in that confusion, the Atom found its way onto the street. Next we go to the cutthroat world of Formula 1. In 2010, McLaren was being hunted by a simple, powerful rule. You cannot have any moving aerodynamic devices. You can't have wings that flatten on straights for more speed. So, McLaren built a system that did exactly that. But with a hack so brilliant it was almost insulting. They built a hidden network of ducts inside the car. On a long straight, the driver would simply move his knee to cover a tiny hole in the cockpit. This tiny movement completely changed the airflow, stalled the rear wing, and slashed aerodynamic drag, giving them a massive speed boost. When other teams protested, McLaren's defense was flawless. The rule bans moving devices. The duct itself doesn't move. The only thing that moves is the driver's knee. And a knee isn't a device. They turned the human driver into a component of the machine. They weaponized a loophole in the dictionary. It was so effective and so controversial that the authorities banned it the very next year. But the legend was already written. Finally, the most legendary story of all. It's 1991, and Mazda is at the 24 Hours of Le Mans with their 787B. It's powered by a Wankel rotary engine, an engineering marvel that produces a demonic shriek. And everyone knows this is its last race. The rules were changing in 1992, and the rotary was being outlawed for good. This was their last chance. But in this final year, a perfect storm of regulatory quirks gave Mazda a secret weapon. Because of the way the rules were written for that one transitional year, the Mazda was allowed to race at a significantly lighter weight, while its main rivals were weighed down with ballast at 1,000 kilograms. They weren't the fastest car in a sprint, but over 24 hours, less weight means less stress on everything. As the more powerful cars broke down, the relentlessly reliable Mazda just kept screaming through the night. It was a masterstroke of strategy, exploiting a temporary window in the rules. They won. The only Japanese manufacturer to ever win Le Mans, with an engine that would be illegal just months later. They didn't just win a race, they won against time itself, seizing one final, glorious moment before the door slammed shut forever. So what do these stories teach us? 3 blueprints for genius. The Ariel Atom teaches us to reclassify the problem. McLaren's f-duct teaches us to exploit the language of the rules. And the Mazda 787B teaches us to seize the closing window of opportunity. These aren't just car stories, this is a mindset. The next time you face an impossible rule or an unbreakable barrier, don't just try to smash through it. Look for the cracks, read between the lines. Ask yourself, can I bend this reality to my will? What's the most ingenious loophole you've ever seen or used? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives that challenge conventional wisdom, make sure to subscribe to Thought Trek, hit that bell, and step into the knowledge vault. Until next time, keep thinking differently.